Most people think they're bad with money, but what if I told you there's actually a roadmap, 7 clear levels that show exactly where you are and how close you are to real wealth? Whether you're barely making it to next month or quietly stacking 6 figures, there's a level you're in right now. And once you see it, you can finally stop guessing and start moving forward fast. This isn't just about budgeting or saving. This is about hitting milestones like true financial independence, freedom from your 9-to-5, or even building a legacy that outlives you. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which level you're in, what's keeping you stuck, and what to do next to unlock the next level of your financial life. So, where do you stand on the wealth ladder? Let's start with level 1, and it might surprise you. Level 1. Survival mode. When money feels like a constant emergency. This is the financial basement, where money controls you more than you control it. If you're here, you're not alone. Over 60% of Americans report living paycheck to paycheck. That means one unexpected bill, a flat tire, a medical surprise, or even a missed shift, could send everything spiraling. At this level, you're likely unsure of how much you earn after taxes, unsure how much you spend each month, carrying credit card balances that seem to grow faster than you can pay them down, and feeling constant financial anxiety, like you're treading water and barely staying afloat. It's not about how much you make, it's how unpredictable your money feels. Even people earning 50K, 60K, or more can be stuck here if expenses are out of control or if lifestyle inflation kicked in too early. So what's the way out? Get radically honest. Pull up the last 2-3 months of your bank and credit card statements. Break it down. What's fixed? Rent, insurance, phone. What's flexible? Food, entertainment, subscriptions. What's draining you? Interest payments, unused services, impulse spending. Then set a micro goal. Not save $5,000, just start with saving $20 a week. Prove to yourself that you can. And here's a secret no one talks about. You can't save your way out of survival. You have to earn more. This might mean taking on freelance work, negotiating a raise, or switching jobs. Even an extra $300 a month can be a total game changer at this stage, because your only job in survival mode is to break free from it. And the moment you stop bleeding cash and start building control, you move up. Level 2. Stability. You're not drowning anymore, but you're still not swimming freely. Welcome to Financial Breathing Room. Finally, if you're in this level, you've escaped the chaos of survival mode. The bills are getting paid, overdrafts are rare, and you're not terrified of checking your bank account. But that doesn't mean you're relaxed. It's more like you've come up for air, but you're still treading water. At this stage, you likely cover your basic needs without falling behind. Make at least minimum payments on debt. Occasionally save money, but not consistently. Still worry that one wrong move could put you back at zero. This is where most people stay for years. Not because they're lazy, but because they never learn how to systemize their money. That's the secret here. Systems beat willpower. At this level, it's time to stop manually remembering every due date and hoping you'll have money left at the end of the month. You need a plan that runs automatically, no willpower required. Here's what to do. Set up automatic transfers for savings. Even $50 a month is a win. Automate bill payments, especially for high-interest debt. Use a basic conscious spending plan to allocate money toward what matters most to you. This is also the perfect moment to ask yourself, if I could guilt-free spend $5,000 on anything, what would I choose? That's your money dial, the thing you actually care about spending on. Build your system around it, because once your money works with your life, not against it, you stop reacting and start gaining momentum. And that's what we'll unlock in the next stage. Level 3. Security. You can finally sleep at night without checking your bank app. This is where things start to feel different. You're not rich yet, but for the first time, money isn't a constant source of anxiety. You're not just paying bills anymore, you're actually building. Here's how you know you're in security mode. You've got a real emergency fund, 3 to 6 months of expenses tucked away. Your debt is manageable or nearly gone. You've started investing consistently, maybe a 401k, Roth IRA, or index funds, and you know your numbers: income, monthly spending, and savings rate. You're not guessing anymore. You're tracking, adjusting, and making progress on purpose. But here's the catch. This is where a lot of people plateau. They hit this level, feel okay, and then coast. They stay here for years, thinking they're doing great, when in reality, they've stopped growing. So what should you be doing now? 2 key things. 1. Increase your investment rate. If you're saving 10% of your take-home pay, bump it to 12%, then 15%. Use compound interest calculators to see what happens over 10, 20, or 30 years. You'll be shocked at the difference just 1 to 2% makes. 2. Build your crossover number. This is the number where your investments make more than you do from work. You don't need to be there yet, but you do need to know what it is. That number becomes your compass. Oh, and one more thing. Review your financial advisor. If you're paying 1% of your investments in fees, it could cost you hundreds of thousands over your lifetime. Look for a flat-fee advisor or manage your portfolio with low-cost index funds. You've earned this level of clarity. Don't let outdated decisions drag you back. Because from here on out, wealth doesn't just grow, it starts to multiply. Level 4. Growth. Your money starts working harder than you do. This is the level where something wild starts to happen. You stop obsessing over your next paycheck and start watching your investments grow faster than your spending. You're not just managing your money anymore, you're directing it like a boss. You're in growth mode if you're consistently investing 15% or more of your income. You know roughly when you'll hit $100K, maybe even $1 million. You've made intentional trade-offs to grow your wealth faster. You think in terms of percentages, portfolios, and timelines, not just paychecks. And here's the biggest mindset shift at this stage. You realize that building wealth is no longer about cutting lattes, it's about scaling strategically. So what should you focus on now? 1. Turn up the investing dial. Increase your investment rate by 1% every year. Small tweaks, big outcomes. Use any windfalls, bonuses, tax refunds, even a side hustle to accelerate your path. Remember, money invested now has decades to grow. 2. Recalibrate your money dials. What you valued at level 2 might not apply here. Maybe you used to obsess over budgeting apps. Now it's about reallocating toward what brings real joy. Travel, wellness, generosity. This is the level where you begin designing your lifestyle. 3. Reflect. Look back. What beliefs about money have you changed in the last 5 years? Maybe you used to think investing was risky, or that you had to own a home to build wealth. Growth includes mental upgrades, not just financial ones. This is where momentum really kicks in. Every dollar now is like planting a seed in fertile soil, and your future self is going to harvest way more than you can imagine today. And once the seeds start sprouting, you're not far from freedom. Level 5. Freedom. Work becomes optional, life becomes intentional. You've made it to the level most people dream of, but few ever reach. Freedom doesn't mean you're flying in a private jet or sipping espresso in Monaco unless you want to. It means you own your time. You no longer have to trade hours for dollars just to survive. You're here because you chose to be. You know you're in the freedom stage, when your investments could cover your lifestyle indefinitely. You're saying no to work that doesn't excite you. You plan in years, not paychecks. You wake up asking, what do I actually want to do today? And that question is exactly what you need to start answering. Because with freedom comes something even more valuable than money. Clarity. So what should you focus on at this level? 1. Define your rich life. What does it actually look like? Is it long sabbaticals with your partner? Starting your dream business? Traveling the world without a budget spreadsheet? A rich life is deeply personal, and if you don't define it, someone else will. 2. Set your worry-free number. This is the amount you can spend without a second thought. Maybe it's $500 today, later it's $5,000 or $50,000. This number helps shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. You've earned this peace. Claim it. 3. Don't stop growing. Freedom isn't the end, it's a launch pad. Maybe you invest in your health, relationships, or legacy. Maybe you give back. Whatever you do, make it meaningful. Freedom without purpose can feel just as empty as survival without hope. At this level, you're not just okay with money. You're in alignment, financially, mentally, and emotionally. That's real wealth. Level 6. Abundance. When money becomes effortless and joy becomes the focus. Abundance is what happens after freedom. Your systems are humming, your income is strong, your investments are growing, and here's the best part. You finally know how to enjoy it all without guilt. This is the level where money is no longer a source of stress or even a big decision maker. Instead of asking, can I afford this? You're asking, does this align with the life I want to live? You know you've reached abundance if you've maxed out your financial infrastructure, savings, investing, debt, estate planning. You've built a personal finance dream team, CPA, lawyer, maybe even a planner. You spend freely and joyfully in areas you care most about, and you give generously, not out of obligation, but out of impact. At this level, your priorities shift again. Now it's not about ROI, it's about ROH, return on happiness. So what do you do here? 1. Create no-budget zones. Pick a few categories that matter deeply: health, travel, family, giving, and spend without hesitation. This is a reward for decades of smart decisions. You've earned it. Stop asking for permission. 2. Build deeper alignment. Maybe you're spending more time with family. Maybe you're saying yes only to work that energizes you. At this stage, how you spend your time matters more than how you spend your money. 3. Give boldly. Not just money, but wisdom, mentorship, time. Whether it's your community, a cause, or the next generation, your wealth can now ripple outward. Abundance isn't flashy, it's quiet confidence. The kind of wealth where you're not trying to impress anyone, you're simply living your version of enough, with clarity and joy. And if you're lucky and intentional, you might just cross into the final level. Level 7. Legacy, wealth that outlives you. Legacy isn't just about money, it's about meaning. This is the level where you stop asking, "How much do I have?" and start asking, "What will I leave behind?" You've already won the money game. Now the goal is bigger, impact that echoes for decades. You know you've entered the legacy stage when you've achieved total financial independence, with more than you'll ever need. You're focused on generational wealth, community impact, or both. You're thinking in decades, not quarters, in generations, not years. And you're mentoring others because you understand that wealth isn't just passed down in dollars, it's passed down in decisions. So what should you focus on here? 1. Define your legacy. Clearly, what do you want to be remembered for? For some, it's building a business that lasts. For others, it's ensuring their kids and their kids' kids never start from zero. And for a few, it's creating ripple effects that touch lives they'll never even meet. 2. Formalize your legacy. Set up trusts, estate plans, succession strategies, not just so your money gets passed down, but so your values do too. Because real legacy isn't about what you leave, but how it shapes the people you leave it to. 3. Teach, share, give. Mentor someone who reminds you of your younger self. Start a scholarship. Fund a library. Your greatest gift might not be in your wallet, but in your wisdom. At this level, money becomes more than a tool. It becomes a message that you were here, that you built something real, and that you used your wealth not just to change your life, but to uplift others too. Legacy is the end of the path, but the beginning of something bigger. What level are you really at? Now that you've seen the 7 levels of wealth, here's the big question. Where are you right now? Are you just starting in survival? Or are you finally feeling some stability and looking toward growth? No matter your level, remember this. Wealth isn't a destination, it's a staircase. And the only thing that matters is that you keep climbing. Because most people, they stay stuck in level 2 or 3 for years. Not because they aren't smart, but because they don't even know there's a higher level to reach. But now you do. You've got the map, you know the signs, and you know the moves to make. So don't stop here. Pick one small action from today's video and take it. Negotiate a bill. Start investing on $100 a month. Run your numbers. Or maybe just reflect on what kind of legacy you want to leave. And if this helped you, share it with someone else who needs a map. Because nobody taught us this stuff in school. But it's never too late to learn. You're closer to financial freedom than you think.